Okay, great. Welcome back, everybody. Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center, our friends Deepwater, and we have Chief Lending Officer, Mr. Azar from Navigant. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate being here.
Yeah, so, we get all these experts. We get the Gary Sasses and the Saul Kaplans and, all these think tank guys, but we need a real guy on the street who's actually overseeing some real live deals.
Well, you've got that guy here today, Josh.
So let's talk a little bit. Where's the Rhode Island economy right now?
I think it's improving.
Yeah.
We really have seen, both on the residential side, we've seen the supply of homes coming down a little bit. We've seen prices going up.
Yeah.
There's no question that has tightened up a lot. I would say a year ago, our mix, we were doing maybe 45% refis, 55% new purchases. That's now 80-20 on the purchase construction side of things. And the refi business has slowed down a bit. But we've seen a lot of construction business. It's a great time if you can find a nice piece of land to build. Got some great builders that do great work in the state. So I think we're very fortunate.
And then on the commercial side, what are you seeing?
Yeah, we're seeing that rebound as well. We're getting business tax returns back. We're seeing better profitability. I think any business or many businesses that have survived the recession and have come out the other end of it.
If you survived the last 10 years, you are lean and mean.
You're lean, you're mean, you know how to bring a profit to the bottom line, and now it's time to grow the business.
Yeah, we see that as well, and we're an indicator of some kind because businesses need to feel confident in order to spend money on marketing, and we're seeing tremendous growth. Talk a little bit about what's the portfolio look like? What's the size of the deals you're doing? Start on the commercial side and then take us over to the residential.
Sure. Naturally, as a credit union, we're seeing deals. Our sweet spot is anywhere from $500,000 in lending up to about $3 million in lending, and that's where we're seeing most of that volume.
In the $3 million?
In the $500 to $3 million range.
And what's somebody look like who's coming to you on the higher side? Coming in looking for $2 to $3 million? Are they looking for?
It could be a project that they're looking to develop. We're starting to see some condo developments coming in. And with the real estate crunch, we're starting to see that development happen. We're seeing businesses that are getting larger national contracts, and they need that working capital line of credit to be able to purchase the inventory, start that manufacturing process. So we've seen that manufacturing is still alive in the state, and it's starting to rebound a bit.
Are you worried about retail?
Yes, we don't have a high concentration of malls or retail developments in our portfolio. So, but I do think that is an issue that we'll have going forward. I think I read that the internet sales and buying online is going to surpass retail.
Yeah. You just saw a record number last month. I think CNN had it. We reported it. The record number of store closings this year already surpassed all of 2008 during the Great Recession. It's over 6,700 retail locations have closed. And if that's the case in September, wait till January and February, because some are just holding on to try and get some
trying to get that Christmas season.
Yeah, before start shuttering more. Obviously, internet sales are expected to be up 14 to 16% on early numbers, and so that's got to send a little bit of a shockwave, and also on some real estate, on some of the strip malls and some of the other commercial. On the residential side, everything has changed in the past 20 years. You used to go in with your tax return and a W-2, and they gave you a pile of money and patted you on the back and gave you a toaster and a few other things. I think, actually, I refined it at Navigant one time, and I'm serious. I don't think I had to do more than those two documents, and it was probably in the early 2000s. Now it's DNA analysis, blood tests.
Not at Navigant. Not at Navigant.
There were some thumb screws involved, things like that.
Never. We haven't done that in years. So clearly, one of the nice parts, my background has always been in banking, over 30 years in the business, and moving to a credit union, what's wonderful is we're owned by our members.
Right.
We don't have shareholders. We do the right thing. So part of our process, particularly on the mortgage side, is we book our loans into a predominance of them go right into our portfolio. We're able to certainly underwrite to secondary market standards,
Yeah.
but we have the flexibility to be able to really work with our members.
So you're keeping a lot of them and servicing a lot of them?
We do. We service them all, and we keep a lot on the books.
And you're seeing tremendous growth. Obviously, probably one of the biggest pieces of news in Rhode Island financial circles has been 3 new branches in just really a few months. I don't know the last time there was growth like that since maybe a consolidation of a couple, going back to Santander coming in or whatever it was called before coming into the market. It has been years since somebody added 3 branches in 1 year.
Absolutely, and we're so proud of it. We're very fortunate to have our first entree into the southern part of the state and have that be 3 new locations. We talked about retail and being concerned about that, but we still believe that we need both.
Yeah.
And the great part about Navigant is we still have vacation clubs and Christmas clubs and passbooks like the old days.
Do you still have passbooks?
We do. We still have brick and mortar branches.
Right.
But we also have, and I think a lot of people find it surprising, we have state-of-the-art technology. We have mobile banking.
Right.
We have online banking.
And some pretty cool tools.
So we've got all the products and services that all members and all residents of the state would benefit from.
Yeah.
And we deliver it in the way that they want it to be delivered. So we've got both ends covered.
There are some rumors going around the financial circles that the extension into sort of the South County area was driven by Tim's desire to go to the beach in the summer and do visits, marketing visits down in South County.
Absolutely, big driver. Big driver of all of our decision making is what's best for Tim. We'll all try to rally around that. But I do think that it's just going to be tremendously successful. We can't wait to get there. Tim, as you know, our marketing director, he's an integral part of how we're going to reach out. We already have well in excess of 1,000 members that do business with us already.
Down in those 3
Down
branches.
in those three communities, and they're predominantly borrowers.
Yep.
And now we're going to be able to activate them as full members.
It's exciting. We just did a poll, and it was very interesting. We have nearly record number of jobs. Stock market's up 25% since a year ago. You're seeing growth. The poll was done by John Delavolpe up at Harvard.
Okay.
National pollster that Go Local tapped into. He's going to do polling for us through the election cycle. Overall, people are pretty flat or pessimistic about why aren't we getting a better just excitement and boom in Rhode Island? Is it 38 studios? Is it hangover? What is it? And how do we fix it?
I think to an extent it's that. I think the other element is that while the employment rate has come down, wages have not really risen that much. So they're not feeling it. I think people are still maybe either
nervous,
a little underwater or below where they were 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And they're still waiting for that big lift and that big pop. So I think that there's still an element of underemployment out there, and then once that's absorbed, we're at about 4% unemployment. I think that we'll start to see that turn soon.
Listen, I appreciate you taking the time coming in. It's a wildly interesting period of time in business. Washington's crazy every day. Up here's a little less crazy, but there's never a day lacking of news in Rhode Island, I can tell you, as a news organization. But we get a sense, covering a lot of different spheres within the business community, that things definitely are on the upswing. And there's some building momentum, and certainly in certain business sectors.
Absolutely.
And just down here, you can look around and see a number of construction projects taking place that are really new in just the past 12, 18 months.
Without question.
When Tim's here, we also encourage him to look at a new corporate headquarters. We like that large building over there.
I used to work in that large building.
Can you
over there.
imagine the opportunity to have your office up there right next to where Terry Murray's or Tom Scala's office is?
Someday.
And you can have that dining room back, right? Could have the Navigant.
25th floor.
Yes, very,
Yes.
very nice. Kind of like King Kong up there, right? Wasn't it? So if that Navigant logo would look great on there, we're always doing a little pitching here to try and bring the city.
It's a beautiful building. We'd love to see it redeveloped. We're kind of attached to Smithfield right now, but you never know.
You never know. Thanks so much. Hold your seat right here. We're going to be right back with Saul Kaplan, Mr. Innovation, and we're going to talk the big deal coming out last week, CVS and Aetna, what the profound effect is going to be not only in American healthcare, but also what the implications are for Rhode Island. We'll be right back.